as any police officer, he is in line, like any police officer. Any police officer is in line to succeed. The job of coalition police is not a permanent job.
Vern Gad has left the post of Director of Corrections at the Bordelais Correctional Facility to lead the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. Prime Minister Philippe J. Pierre, who has oversight of national security, made the announcement at Monday's pre-cabinet press briefing. Gad will serve as Acting Police Commissioner for 6 months in the first instance, says the Prime Minister.
As you know, it's a position that that has to be carefully scrutinized, and you have to look at the output, etc., and then after that a decision will be taken.
Gad replaces former Commissioner Cressida Descartes-Pelleus, whose one-year contract expired over the weekend. When Prime Minister Philippe J. Pierre announced her reinstatement last year after her retirement in June 2023, he said that this was to facilitate preparations for new leadership following the end of a contract. It was understood that senior members of the force would undergo a comprehensive professional training program. The Prime Minister was asked whether there are considerations for any of the executive members of the RSLPF to head up the force.
The decision to train the hierarchy of the police force is ongoing and still going on.
So at the present moment, none of them fit
their training is still going on, but it's decided at this time that it would have been better to appoint Mr. Gad, who's got extensive experience in training, extensive experience in police work. We thought it would be better at this point to appoint Mr. Gad.
Pelleus at a press conference last week expressed confidence that the RSLPF is in a stronger position thanks to her leadership. The Prime Minister was asked for his assessment of her leadership over the past year.
We haven't got a measure it's difficult to measure what's happening, but I know the police, their conditions of work have improved tremendously. The police have more resources than they ever had, possibly for a long time. Right now, we are building a new divisional headquarters for the police in the north. Something they wanted for quite a while. We're building new police stations. We're getting them new vehicles. We are completing the custody suites. We have 70 recruits being trained. Recruits have not been trained for almost a decade. So in terms of resources, in terms of equipping the police to do that job, that's happening. In terms of morale, I can't tell you, I can't judge it, but I can tell you I've got full cooperation from the High Command of the police force, and I wish them well. And this morning we had a meeting with the new commissioner, and they pledged their support to the new commissioner.
The shift in leadership of the RSLPF comes as the country recorded its 56th homicide. The Prime Minister anticipates that Gad's achievements in the field of corrections can translate into stemming the crime scourge.
Mr. Gad comes highly trained. He's worked out of St. Lucia. He comes highly trained in all aspects of policing. He's an experienced police officer. He started from within the ranks and he's risen. So I have no doubt in my mind that his experience and his training should augur well for the future of the police force.
With Vern Gad's appointment as Acting Commissioner of Police, Leonard Terrence, who previously served as the Deputy Director of Corrections, will now serve in the post of Acting Director of Corrections at the Bordelais Correctional Facility. For the DBS News World, I am Zane Romulus.